Too long Hello and welcome to week 8 of the LAS Premier Summer Split. Oh, I had a little bit of a frog in my throat there. Welcome, guys. It is going to be a crazy game of nights. A lot on the line here for all the teams across the board, those on and off the stream. Going to be the Spartans taking on the Stallions. Spartans currently 8-6 and Stallions currently 6-8. So I'll talk about the standings in a second, but first we're going to introduce our fellow caster tonight, the ADC of the Gators. As soon as we get him on call here, he will be here. But Overcomer going to be joining us on the cast tonight. And I believe he is here with us. Overcomer, how you doing, buddy? Oh, maybe there. Maybe still connecting. There he is. I think I hear him.
I made it.
There we go, buddy. Well, I was just talking about the standings. Spartans 8-6, Stallions 6-8, but in another series right now, we have the Dragons and the Gators, both 7-7. So if the Stallions are able to pick up a 2-0 victory tonight and the Dragons and Gators go 1-1, that's a 4-way tie for second place.
I mean, it was, I don't know if it was last split, but even the beginning of this split, we had a 3-way tie for the first 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's, in the early weeks, it's not, you might see those ties come through, but considering there's only, this 2 more weeks after this for the regular split, that is not a lot of wiggle room for these teams to really move around. So these playoff spots are going to start locking in, but we might get some tiebreakers near the end of the split, depending how it goes.
That would be fun game series to cast.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely it would be. I think we are just waiting for some players to get here in the lobby. Just getting them in here. But yeah, a couple of big teams. And of course, the trades coming through. We're going to get to see Dallas on the Spartans tonight. And in that jungle position, what do you think about that?
I honestly don't know. I've never seen Dallas play jungle. I know he's talked about being able to play every position, and I have played with Dallas when he's played top, mid, and ADC. But I've never seen him play his jungle before, so.
Well, let's see if he is truly a flex player across the board here. Of course, XX Tennis. Is that how you say it? What is? I call him X. I call him X. Just
go X. Just go X.
He was actually playing for the Stallions last night and is back on his team in the Premier League tonight. So I'm curious to see if we're going to see another Twitch pick from him. That was a massive pick up for the Stallions in game number 2 last night. It's unfortunate they weren't able to find a win, but he still got player of the game. And the 14-5-4 Twitch, definitely something that the Spartans are going to have to respect.
Yeah. There's definitely a lot of picks that I feel like players almost under respect. Whereas, like, they play it, so but you have to pick it out. Because especially when you have a team like Hero 39, Mind Zero, a Psychonautic, like, the whole side of Stallions, just like you have to respect like all of their mains and like pick and choose your poison basically.
Yeah, there's really there's a lot that can come out here. You have the usual picks that we see, but it's nice seeing some more off meta picks. The Singed mid was definitely a spicy one last night, but it worked out really well for the Spartans Academy team. And you know what? I'd like to see some of that energy being shown by the Spartans Premier team as well, too, to see if they maybe collaborated on some mean picks here for us.
Let's not let the Academy players show up the Premier team.
Well, they'll have to prove it on the Rift. And once again, guys, thank you for being patient with us. We are just getting our players in the lobby. Trying to see who we're missing. I believe all the Stallions are here and ready to go. Just waiting on a couple members of the Spartans, and we will be good to go after that. Who else is missing? I don't know. We got most everybody. One more. So It looks like the Spartans are actually going to have a sub for, I believe it's Jungle. I don't see Dallas in the lobby, so maybe we won't get to see the Dallas play tonight.
Still not gonna happen. I see.
Unfortunate. Well, the way it goes sometimes, but we will get the sub's name up on stream for you guys so you can see who is filling in.
No, Dallas is secretly not he being here on purpose so he can save his real jungle skills for playoffs.
No, sleeping on those picks. It's the Spartans still have a bit of wiggle room. They are in second place as of now, but have to be cognizant of the what is it? The Dragons and Gators series that's going on tonight too. Because if either of them find 2 wins tonight, that puts either of those teams in second place. So they definitely want to be looking for some wins because this is we're down to the final wire here.
I mean, wins are also always better than losses. So even if you're in first place by a 10 win record, you still want to go for a win over a loss, just for the records and standings.
Because I don't think anybody is catching that first place position. If you guys are watching the stats during the pregame, the Sharks are up there at 12-2 and on a 12-game winning streak. So I don't believe they're going to be caught in these next few weeks. But it looks like we have all our players ready to go. And it's going to be XL's actually coming in to fill in for Dallas. So a fellow member of the LAS. And it looks like the pick and ban is started right away. All right. So let's see what these players are going to bring to game number 1.
Curious to see what Stallions are going to go for in this game.
Yeah, it's so important, seeing the draft, and it's easy to kind of read where these teams' heads are when they're picking their compositions. You can kind of see what kind of fight style they're going for, what kind of play style they want to bring out in these games. So let's see what they managed to pull together. A lot of big mage bands. Ezreal joins it too. But of course, Spartans being aware of Psychonautic's Kassadin, so that is not going to make its way into game number 1.
I am interested to see if the Stallions decide to ban Pratoga's Thresh or not, because he has shown his skill on that champion, and he will capitalize on any mistake you make in a lane. So that might be something that Stallions decide to consider, knowing that Pratoga can hold really big weight, especially in that mid game on his Thresh.
That's absolutely true. That's a scary support, especially the fact, when we were watching him, he doesn't miss his hooks that often. So
no, and he does not.
it's a huge presence to be aware of on the map. We do see the Blitzcrank go, so that is at least 1 hook support off the board. But Thresh is still there, so we'll see if the Spartans want to pick that up or something else. It will be a Recon first, so that's interesting to see. I wonder if they're gonna duo it up and take the Xayah as well. This might force Stallion's hand on an ADC pick here.
Yeah. It would be. They should, in my opinion, Stallions should definitely match support for support here, just to limit the amount of blind picks they do here. So,
however, they are gonna pick up the Twitch 4X and Jarboat taking the Lulu. Well, that's a really scary combination there. When they hit level 6, a giant Twitch. That not even you don't even need
level 6. You just need the Lulu Polymorph, Recon dashes in and dies.
Yep, that is true. But having those ults as well too is going to make it even scarier. They Spartans do pick up the Xayah Recon duo bot, so it's Recon on his own can be a good support, and same with Xayah. But when paired together, that synergy is pretty scary to deal with. So Stallions,
they just scale.
Yeah, the scaling is really nasty. But both the bot lanes showing now. I wonder what they're going to finalize it out with here before we get into the second ban phase, it will be the Olaf picked up there for, I believe, Excels. And
Yeah.
a nice strong jungler, lots of engage, and not really going to be able to stop him when he ults in.
No more polymorph from Lulu.
No, cannot polymorph and alting Olaf. Have learned from experience. Doesn't go well.
It's like turn into a squirrel.
Why aren't you a squirrel?
Why are you still running at me?
Stop! Stop!
It's like why are you running?
Well, lots of mid bans here. The Stallions do pick up the Orianna for Psychonautic, so it looks like they just want to make his life all that much easier. And taking out Syndra, another big champ we've seen a lot this split, can do just so much damage.
I mean, looking at what Stallions have drafted so far, you have an Orianna ult into a Twitch ult, and then you also have a Lulu ult to keep them there. If you ult whoever their front line ends up being.
That's
one
looks
flick
to be the setup.
one 5-man ult from Ori, and it's basically an ace for Stallions.
We do see the respect band for the Darius. Hero 39 has showed us what he can do with that Darius in previous games, so it's nice to at least see that taken off the board there. Spartans know what's up and are not going to let that go through. I'm just thinking, what other big picks? Stallion's still missing a jungler and a top. Timer is ticking down.
I feel jungle is a smarter pick for Stallions here. Just because you do have the Olaf already picked, so. Ooh, the Kane. Mine Zero, the Kane Pro.
Yep, hopefully it's it's not what happens in TSM's game the other day, a 23-minute transformation. That was unfortunate to watch for them. So hopefully we'll see a little bit more from Mind Zero and getting this transformation nice and early. I wonder if he's going blue or red Kane.
I would say red Kane is better here. Like otherwise, you only would have like whatever bruiser tank that top lane would go if you went for an assassin form. And when you're already facing Rakan and an Olaf, you won't really be assassinating Xayah that often.
That's fair, and to deal with those tanks that Ornn picked up in the top lane for the Spartans, that's a bit of a tank comp that they got here, and they need a little AP, so I'm sure we're gonna see a big mage come out. Yeah. Let's see what they pick up. There's the Diana. Okay, Canatin gonna be playing Diana this game.
So we're looking at a double team fight of come around to me.
Yep. Two fights of, the Spartans have that big engage, can hop on the team really fast, but Stallions, have the Mordekaiser ult to shut at least one member down. Probably the Diana or Olaf would be a good option for them. And then that shockwave from Psychonautic's Orianna can be huge in these fights for making sure X is set up on the Twitch and ready to just ult away.
Yeah. You definitely have, with the Mordekaiser, is definitely fairly smart, because Ornn tries to engage. There's the ult on the Ornn, so he doesn't get his knock up. You can also ult the Rakan, so you can't charm the Twitch. So, they've got options. They left themselves both defensively covered while also being able to play as aggressive as they feel suits their team. So it will be interesting. It'll be interesting to see their prio for jungle wise.
Yes, it will. But in the meantime, right before we get into the actual client, we want to hear from you guys at home. So, chat, a poll is about to go live. Make sure you're getting your votes in and let us know who you think is going to win game number 1. This poll is going to be open for 5 minutes here, so lots of time to get those votes in. Let us know what you think, but I think it's pretty easy to read where everyone's going this game. I don't know. It's a lot of back and forth. The Spartans have a lot of damage there, but of course, X on that Twitch, after what we saw last night, you picked up a quadra kill there. It was really scary to see that Twitch. So unless the Spartans are able to deal with it, I think I might give this one to the Stallions.
Yeah, I've got to agree. I think like Spartans have a good damage-based team fight, but I feel the Stallions have a better team fight oriented with the Orianna, the Lulu, Mordekaiser to take out any threats, keeping the Kane still there to kind of tank everything, provide a little more extra CC, and Twitch to kind of just sit there like, hello.
Yep.
So
Yeah. However, if the Stallions are not able to deal with that Olaf, not able to get him out of his path of destruction, it will be over for Twitch. And as soon as that Twitch drops, the rest of the Stallions are not going to last for much longer. So they
I
really
mean,
have. Oh.
it is conditional, I would say. Like
Mhm.
Twitch isn't a one a win all end all type carry in Stallions. I feel because you do have the Kane, you have the Mordekaiser, who at that point would be coming back out of his ultimate, and now you'll have his true damage passive ticking in the middle of their whole team. You have a Kane with his lifesteal if he goes red for him. Orianna if she's still alive to provide some shielding as well as damage and slows. So if Twitch falls, I think that it will turn to focus on the Mordekaiser and the Kane. But Stallions, depending on who their focus is and how effective they were at getting the Spartans backline, I feel they could still pull off team fights even if they lose their backline.
Yeah, and the scary thing is, as this game progresses, that Ornn is going to get tankier and tankier. So I don't know how well it's going to go, first shredding him down, considering Twitch is the only one that's pumping out that damage. But if he has a Bork and maybe an Executioner's in his build somewhere, that could help. It's still scary, the fact that you have a Rakan, Olaf, and Diana that can just jump right on him as soon as he shows up.
And then an Ornn who can just provide the follow up so he can't get out either.
Oh, yeah, this is. I want to support the Stallions in this one, but they have to play it smart. They, again, last night when I was talking about being patient of when to show up, when to be popping your damage, it's gonna be a little risky, but high risk, high reward if they are able to get that Twitch ahead.
Exactly. I feel almost like most Twitch games come down to how far can you push your Twitch before your team breaks. If you can get him, if you can get him to the limit and you get him fed and snowballed, then the game's pretty much won. But if you push him too far, then the game kind of just falls apart. So,
yeah, it's going to be an interesting lane to watch down bot, especially the fact that Rakan can dive in and has that extra range to zip on out of there back to his Zaya. So
it's like, bye-bye.
bye-bye. Hey, I'm just here to CC real quick while my damage champions come in and finish this up. So
I'm going to hold you still real quick.
Yep.
Don't move.
Just a heads up, guys. Poll is still live. It will be closing soon. Make sure to get those votes in for who you think is going to win game number 1. We are down to the spectator delay right now, so we'll be hopping on the Rift real soon. But here are your teams for game 1. Spartans on the blue side there, and Stallions over on the red. All right. I want to see if I can find out some of these runes here. Let's see what is actually being run, or if anything peculiar is being run. It looks pretty straightforward there from the Spartans. It will be phase rush on Orianna, and I'm not. Is that what you take now on?
Yeah.
Orianna. Okay.
Because with your ball, you can like you Q W and then shield, and you get a move speed bonus, or you just Q W alt and you just run around. They can't catch you.
What I do see though is the Guardian on Jarboat's Lulu. It's not necessarily bad, having that extra bit of shield, but I would think to go more of the Airy.
Honestly, I mean, my team started talking about it too. After the Guardian buffs, even like Morgana has started taking Guardian.
Really.
Yeah, it's interesting because it's just so much. It's so strong now because you can basically just keep your ADC alive, without, and it's like on a short cooldown. It's like, oh, here's an additional shield when you next time you take damage, you're good to go. So it kind of helps. It helps prevent if the support kind of gets dispositioned from the ADC and then a gank happens, or fight decides to break out, it kind of prevents them from being insta one shot.
Which I think in the case of the Stallions tonight, that's exactly what they want for the Twitch to make sure he does not get blown up.
Gotta keep him alive.
Yeah. Well, guys, your votes are in, and it looks like it's 58% of you saying the Spartans are gonna win. So we'll have to see how this one unfolds tonight. Lots on the line as it is week 8. These playoff spots are, starting to come to a close. I'm pretty sure, like I was saying before, first is kind of out of contention, but we'll see how tonight goes because it's going to be a big battle for who gets second place tonight, depending on who wins in this series and, of course, who wins in the Gators Dragons series that is going on off stream. So if you want to keep up to date with any of those stats and standings, make sure to head on over to our Instagram, LAS_esports, because we will update all those stats and standings throughout the week to let you guys know exactly who's holding that first place spot and who's in playoff contention. But it looks like we are about to head on over to the Rift now. A couple more seconds. All right. There we go. We got your votes. We got the delay all down. And now it is time to flip on over to the Rift. So let's see which one of these teams are going to be coming away with a win here in game number 1.
I'm interested to see what soul we're gonna have this first map.
That's true. It's true. An Inferno would be really, really scary for either team to be picking up here.
I would say if the Spartans get an Ocean Soul, even a Mountain Soul, but I think Ocean Soul or maybe a Cloud Soul. I would say especially a Cloud or Ocean, if they can get that, it's kind of a game over because if you get a Cloud Soul, you can just have Olaf ult, and now he has double move speed, and they have a minimum of a 20% ult CDR from the Dragons. So, whereas a Fire Soul, or I would say a Mountain Soul wouldn't be that bad for Stallions, just because they don't have as many tanks. So getting that additional armor and magic resist from the Dragon bonus would definitely help them stay alive longer against a team like an Olaf. So
yeah, let's see how it goes. We are going to pause at 5 seconds. Make sure we're all synced up over here. And then we get to see all that action unfold for you guys. So pausing at 5. All right, you ready, Overcomer?
I am.
3, 2, 1. Let's go, guys. Game number 1 of the Premier Split about to go underway. And I just saw something interesting in chat. The cane with Electrocute, usually a good sign of there being a blue cane. I'm not too sure how that's going to work out here for Stallions.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting if they decide. I mean, if he can snowball early, I see it because he can also put out that extra damage needed onto that Olaf or that Ornn before they have a chance to kind of run at the backline. Especially once the backline starts building more anti-heal and the front line kind of is like, we take out the important people, you're at a disadvantage. But if this game is prolonged, then Spartans can definitely outscale if he does go blue form.
Yeah, so they're going to need to do some early game snowballing if they want to, have any chance in this game. It really depends on that because the later this game goes, the tankier the Spartans are going to get, and that is not what the Stallions want to deal with.
Honestly, I think blue form is going to be difficult for Kane to pull off because the Spartans are 4 melee. So he's going to have to either camp bot quite often, or he's going to have to gank a lot and then wait out that 3-minute timer to get his blue form, which could delay his effectiveness as a whole if he does decide to wait out that timer for blue form.
So got to keep an eye on this bot lane as this game goes on, because if that's the case, then we probably will be seeing this Kayn come down here relatively shortly. But Look at just everyone's just kind of farming up. No crazy plays kind of yet. And jungler's just farming up. So nice, easy start to this game.
We do see it's an Ocean Soul or Ocean Dragon, sorry, to for the first dragon. So that does take Ocean Dragon off the map, which is kind of solid for both teams because both teams could have made use of an Ocean Dragon, or an Ocean Soul, but with it not being Ocean Soul, it kind of relieves the pressure off the jungles a little bit, knowing that if it happens to be a bad soul for their team, they don't need to worry too much about prioritizing it. So.
Yep, seeing a little trading going back and forth in that bot lane there. Psychonautic also taking a bit of chip damage, but giving it right on back to Can of Tin. Of course, that top lane just going to be a wet noodle fight for a little bit. But really, that kind of is top lane. Wayfinder Temple actually going to take a tower shot there. And Hero 39 dealing a good amount of damage to him, but down bot might be having some action break out. Toga going back in, and X is going to pop back up, dealing some damage back, but looks like the Spartans get the better end of that trade.
One thing I do want to make note of is that Kane is running Ignite, not Flash.
Okay.
So, I mean, with him running Ignite, it definitely, I think, it could go either way, but red form still might help him because now that's extra anti-heal for someone like the Olaf or the Xayah. So he doesn't have to worry about one-shotting them and taking them to fight. He can say, like, nope, no more healing for you.
Yeah, honestly, having that Ignite too, because we see Jarbo is running the exhaust, so at least they do have one Ignite running through it.
Yeah.
Waves building up, might see a potential gank up top as Mind Zero is here. Wayfinder Temple just gonna dash on out of there, and not just an angry Annie emote there from Mind Zero. He's a little upset he wasn't able to find him.
Orange just being a little dance mat.
That's okay though. Not too much gained or lost there, other than, you know, XL's getting a little bit of extra farm, but Kane is still ahead overall in the CS, so I think he's fine for just, you know, making the attempt.
I mean, it's a thought that counts, right?
Exactly. No, he's showing he still cares about top lane. He's not abandoning his top laner on his island, and just saying, hey, don't worry, I can come up here and help you.
Interesting to see Olaf still sitting bot lane.
He might be ready to go. Here comes Toga, and the flash actually being burned from X. Gonna get himself out of there and does not want to mess with that recon. And that Olaf being there, that could have been really, really bad for them.
The only concern that brings is he did waste about 2 minutes sitting bot lane so far. Whereas as you see, like, Kane is now taking his blue side as punishment for them knowing that he was just bot side. So that's going to put Kane even further ahead, which is not something you want to face as an Olaf. Yes, Olaf is strong and gets stronger late game, but if Kane gets that lead on you, he can punish you greatly and make it so that you try to farm, he will just kill you.
And that's exactly what the Stallions want this game. They want to make sure that Mind Zero is getting ahead on that Kane so he can be, you know, a contributing factor there once he gets that transformation.
Already having that 10 CS lead on the jungler.
Yeah, that's actually really, really huge. He backs with 1,400 gold there, so gonna be coming back a lot stronger, and maybe even seeing a gank come down bot. So actually, my mistake there. Did not back, but he's going right now with 1,500 in his pocket. Definitely not bad for him, as XL has shown up to his red side just as he disappears.
Olaf kind of stuck. He's like, well, there's nothing else I can do now but wait.
I've done everything I can do, but the red buff actually just respawns, so I don't believe he checked there. Take a look mid, though, as Canatin popping off that Dyna ulti. It's going to find just about a third of Psychonautic's health bar, and nothing more than that.
We do see Kane floating around Dragon right now, so it is possible that Stallions are going to look for an Ocean Dragon in the near future. They don't quite have that pressure, as Lulu Twitch isn't quite as strong early as Zyra Khan. But if they can get a good push off, and they can spot out jungle as you head to maybe topside for a camp, then they can definitely make use of their information if they keep their vision up.
Yeah, are going to have to keep an eye on where that Olaf is. They do see the ward come down, and the pings are popping up behind that Dragon Pit, so they know XL's is floating around his red side. So it's going to be playing this.
Interesting to see the vision scores between junglers already. Definitely showing what they're deciding to focus. Every other lane's fairly like a difference of 1 or 2, but then you have a 4 vision score difference between junglers.
Yeah, but down bot is where we see the action coming down. Protoga maybe caught a little bit out as X is going on to Ravensman. At Guardian, they're doing lots of work for the Zyra Khan combo. And XL's actually making his way down here as well, too. Here comes Can of Tin. Ulti is available soon, but it's first blood going over to Mind Zero. Gonna try and get out of there, but he drops as well, too. And now a double knockout from Rakan. Pulled back in with the Diana ult coming right off a cooldown. And the Spartans find themselves a second kill here.
Was well played by the Kane that he did manage to pick up first blood there, but I'm not too sure what the Twitch Lulu were doing. They were already at a numbers disadvantage. So them walking up like that was being really greedy on their part. And
Yeah.
they could have definitely just sat in lane, knowing that the Kane was gonna die either way.
That is absolutely true, but take a look at the difference now in CS between junglers. That is quite significant now. That gold, I think Kane's got around an extra 500 on him, and he's looking for Hand of Tin. Just gives him a little drive-by and walks on out of there. Keeping an eye on this. Oh, XL's actually spotted out, taking the scuttles. Kane is here, but he is just going to back on off. Does not want to mess with that, and respecting the damage that the Stallions have right now.
Like, we might be up in kills, but we can't just decide to fight you randomly.
Well, yeah, only 1 kill. Still relatively early here. The Lulu shield is down on this, and XL's is floating around. Both junglers have their smites available as that dragon is ticking down lower and lower. Let's see it. It is the Stallions who pick it up, and the Lulu all comes down onto Kane. And, oh, X is going to find himself a kill on the XL's as the Stallions are now the ones on the chase. Spartans trying to get out. A triple knockup from Protoga. Ravensman getting low, but here's the Featherstorm as well, too. Ravensman will drop Psychonautic, picking up that kill. Mind Zero on the backside there, dealing with Ken Tim, but that's the ultimate from Diana, trying to pick up another one. And Can will find that kill on the Kane. Some crazy back and forth there.
Definitely not too sure why Kane went in.
Oh my goodness, look at top. Wayfinder popping the Orn Horn. But, and he blows his flash as well too. He was not able to knock it back because Hero 39 timed it perfectly and just took Orn to the Shadow Realm where the Orn Horn was not.
So, like, bye-bye. Well, the number of times it's happened to me. I go Vigar, and like right when my ult's about to hit them to kill them, the death realm ends. And it's like, are you serious? That ult does not kill them. It's like, well.
Guess not. It will be the Spartans starting up this Herald here, so it looks like it should be. Oh, Mind Zero is here. They have vision using that Scrying Orb, getting the knockup on XL's, and goes in. Who actually got it though? Mind Zero in a bit of trouble. He is going to find the trade kill on the jungler, but Kenneton gets one right back. However, Hero 39 and Psychonautic here. Ooh, a little fancy footwork there, but he goes down as well. And I believe it was the Spartans who were able to pick that one up, and Can of Tin will have that available for him when he respawns.
It's definitely very strong now that they have Herald on their mid laner, because more important than a jungle, the mid lane can choose to open it in any of the lanes, either off roaming or just putting the pressure in mid lane itself
Oh
before.
no, X caught out, charmed up by Pratoga. Ravens man's there, but a nice big Lulu ult and a shield to help on out. The Twitch ult is popped as well too. He's trying to get back. Psychonautic trying to help with the flash in. Ult from Excel is going to do it. A shockwave not going to be able to stop him either, as Olaf's still in his ultimate. Jarboat forced to flash over the wall. And that's 2 flashes blown and a kill found. Spartans catching the Stallions out of position here in the jungle. So now they're able to push in on this mid tower. They're going to get some plates for themselves. This top, that poor Orin is getting just hammered on. However, Shelly is here. This is going to be first tower at like 13 minutes. Under 13 minutes.
Under 13. So that is a lot of map pressure Spartans can now apply. Now that Diana's been freed up from having to sit mid, and she can look to roam bot more often and get those extra kills. But looking at that difference in junglers, though, Kane is definitely sitting in a lot better of a spot than the Olaf right now.
This might be a little risky here. Mind Zero is going to go in with the ult. Oh, just finds the Ornn.
Bye-bye.
I was almost worried. Like, Camden's making his way up. He might be there to turn this into a 2v1. But, I have so many questions. I have so many questions. What the hell was that?
Pro strat. I mean, it might have been that he was caught out maybe when he was invading Kane's jungle. As you do see, there's 3 of their members bot side right now. But you have to rewind and watch that after.
Oh my god.
But
I think you're right. You know, he probably got caught out in this jungle. It's just funny to see the camera pan back. It's like, oh, surprise. Olaf's running it down bot. Okay. Oh, but take a look bot as the Recon ulti come through again. The Lulu ulti will be there on the Jarboat to help protect him, but the TPs are coming through as that Twitch ulti is shooting away, but the Featherstorm there to keep them off of the Spartans. 4 members down here looking to push in this bot turret. And here comes the Ornn Horn. Can of Tin looking to possibly go in. That's a flash. And the ultimate onto the Twitch. Still going in. Gonna find the kill on X. And they're not done yet. Pratoga going in. Taking a turret shot. Getting really, really low there. As Psychonautic almost finds the ADC as well too. But Wayfinder Temple is gonna face the wrath of that double buff Kane. He's running amok across this map. 4-3 and 2 right now.
almost 30 CS up on the Olaf, as well as his 4 kills.
Yeah, that is a bit of a gold difference there. We see this Kane, approximately 1,100 gold difference right now at 15 minutes. That's not too bad. So this Kane is definitely on the right path that we want to see. Will be another Drake going over to the Stallions and an Infernal Soul for this game. So exactly what I wanted to see.
It makes it a lot more spicy.
I love it.
If the Stallions pick up at Fire Soul, they will kind of just snowball their current lead that they have. However, if Spartans can manage to pick up the Fire Soul here, their damage they can put out with their team is just gonna basically run down the Stallions like, yep, you don't have a lead anymore. We win.
Especially on that Diana too. I mean, the whole point of her is to just go in and one-shot those squishy champions.
Yeah.
And an Infernal Soul would do so much to that.
Looking at those CS numbers, though.
Oh, look at mid, though. Psychonautic actually caught on. The Shockwave is there, and here comes Mind Zero actually over the wall. The Kane ult's down. Oh, the last little Diana Q will find the trade, but Mind Zero almost able to save his mid laner. Oh, take a look, bot. We're still going. It's a knock-up onto the switch. The Recon Charm, he's going to get out. And Pratoga is taking a lot of damage from that tower, but the Feather Pull will do it. Here comes Hero 39 with the TP. The Pratoga actually caught out on the side by Kane. And it ends up being a 2-for-1 trade in favor of the Stallions.
Yeah. The CS differences are massive this game. You have, what, a 50 CS lead on top lane right now?
Oh,
Here.
ow. Ow.
Here. What has Orin been doing this game so far? Besides dying?
He's had a bit of a tough time with that Mordekaiser up top.
But and then you look at the almost 30 CS lead on Mine Zero as well.
Mhm.
So I mean, they do trade it back. You have about a 40 CS lead on the Diana over the Orianna, but
And the kills too. You guys can see on the scoreboard that difference in gold. But right now we're taking a look at the fight between junglers and also another fight going on bot as Canatin pulled on in the Lulu ult on to Hero 39, and I think that's all there's going to be. However, Wayfinder Temple in a bit of trouble again. Mine Zero is up there with the help of X, and Kane's going to get himself his 7th kill of the game. He is looking strong.
it is nice seeing, like, he is definitely making use of his early game blue form. However, if this game prolongs to say 30-35 minutes, his blue form will lose its effectiveness, and the Olaf and Orin will kind of be able to just start running over the Kane.
Yeah, there is a bit of a timer to this one too. The tankier this Orin gets, it's going to make it really, really hard to deal with him. And of course, Diana will be very, very strong, up in CS, up in kills, and 2 full items plus the boots. So that's a lot of damage coming through there. X actually scaring Pratoga off. Jarbro going to get rid of Ravensman as well, as the Stallion's jungler going to go ahead and look to take this Herald.
I don't think Spartans can really contest jungle objectives right now. Based on their team sitting, like, you have all the kills only on the Diana and Xayah, which in terms of gold is what you want, but it's putting the Olaf and the Orin especially extra far behind, not even looking at facts that they're behind in CS right now. So it is going to hinder them and will stall where their power spike lies.
I'm interested to see. It looks like Hero 39's built a Singer on the Mordekaiser, so I forget what that.
Maybe.
He's got the Fiendish Codex as well too, so it's going into. Come on, help me out here.
Nashor's Tooth.
Nashor's Tooth, thank you.
Interesting to see an attack speed on Mordekaiser though.
It's different, all right.
Yep, that's true.
But he's doing well for himself up there. 2-0-1 has the Rylai's fully built and the Merc Trades as well. So a little bit of taking this for the AP.
Little disappointed at that those CS numbers top lane though. About a 70 CS difference, and it's only 20 minutes in the game. He's almost double his CS.
Look at this bush. Actually, 2 members spotted out, but 2 not. XL showing he's not afraid of anything. But here comes Mine Zero with a quick little drive wide to say hello. And with this Infernal spotting, I think we're about to see a little bit of a fight break out. Did it? X is not going to have this
problem. The biggest problem I think that the Spartans are facing right now is that the Orianna, if they stand grouped near an objective like that, will just send in the ball at complete safety of not having to actually fight them, and they can kind of just force them to go.
Oh, Mine Zero going dominating, just going to blow up the Xayah, and the ulti onto Pratoga as well too. Look at that backline though, he's trying to get the charm off, but Can of 10 drops as well too. Mine Zero getting a double kill, and even with the Orin Horn, Mordekaiser just takes him to the Shadow Realm once more. And that's 4 members of the Spartans that drop. Make it an ace at 21 minutes. Wow.
They could just go straight Baron, which
they absolutely could. That Kane came out of nowhere and
like,
just
hello.
exploded Xayah. She was gone. So Blue Kane doing lots of work here. And it looks like they're just going straight for Baron. However, Spartans are starting to spawn back up. Let's see if they are going to answer to it.
I'm pretty sure the Orianna ult did hit the Xayah, which is part of why she died so fast. Besides the Blue Kane bonus damage he gets, but it's definitely Stallions are kind of sitting at a point where the moment a fight starts to break out, Xayah basically needs to ult or she dies.
I mean, this game is not done, but the Stallions are definitely ahead. What do you do as the Spartans? Say, Wait a minute. We should be winning this game. What are we doing now?
I mean, if I was on the Spartans, I would be looking to play more like defensively, specifically. I would say in that mid lane, knowing that even now, like with Stallions having Baron buff, they're gonna look to push their advantages. So, being able to play those defensively or looking to play more defensively mid, if Stallions decide to do a split map, they will have the numbers advantages mid and could look to win fights that way.
Well, I think you got a good prediction there. Mordekaiser making his way down the bot lane as Shelly's charging through this mid lane, almost able to get that tower without a charge, but he's going to take some of that damage. Looking for a second one, but Candace actually going in. Here's the Ornhorn on the back, but the Kayn ulti is there. The Zhonya's is through for Diana, and a massive fight coming out as the knockups from Wayfinder Temple. However, here comes the TP. Mordekaiser is in this as well. Twitch is still alive, gets the reset, and Hero 39 clonking out Canada. Whoa! That damage is insane. Baron buff minions still going to be pushing in as we get a bit of a breather here for now. For like 2 whole seconds because they're still going at it.
Yeah. So kind of as like we started talking about, like they had that numbers advantage mid. So the moment they grouped up for that tower, they just took their numbers advantage, knowing the Mordekaiser wasn't there. So they definitely can win this game, but they do need to look to turtle safely still. But if they can last for, I would give it a timer of 15 minutes max. If they last for about 15 minutes max, they definitely can come back in this game, because at that point they'll have enough items and be tanky enough that the blue form Kayn will start to fall off.
Yeah, so it's a bit of a waiting game. They have to make sure they're being safe here. But you see, Ornn does have his Abyssal Mask working towards its Sunfire Cape as well, but not quite able to upgrade those for another level or 2.
He upgrades his own at level 13, so. But the fact that he's sitting on only 1 complete item at 25 minutes is a big no-no.
Yeah, a bit unfortunate. It says that CS discrepancy, 70 up for Hero 39 on that Mordekaiser.
And then there's his 6 deaths as well on the Ornn. That's to put him twice as far behind as his CS.
We see the Ornhorn coming out. Hero 39 actually caught out by that Ornhorn, plus the Pratoga knockup. We'll be able to get that one. The Recon ult burned in the process. Let's see. It looks like Spartans are going to start to make a little bit of a push in mid lane.
They do have numbers advantage, but they do have to keep track of where that Kayn is, because that Kayn will look to just jump on that Xayah instantly.
Like he's looking right now. Actually going to go for XLs. He gets the ulti off and just blows up. Wow, what a beautiful blast cone. He gets the kill and gets on out. Yeah, you deserve to flash out Master 7. That was beautiful.
Yeah. Click
holy moly.
Yeah, honestly, this Kayn's playing like Twitch is supposed to be playing. It's like, hello, and then disappears again.
Yeah, and honestly, I think for Twitch, we haven't seen that yet. Still only 2 items on him. So once he gets that 3rd one, he's sitting on 1300 when he backs right now. We might start to see that a little bit more, considering he just picked up a BF sword, and will have a bit more damage to back up that that ulti of his.
When it comes down to it, the Stallions fights are like most, like I would say roughly 60% of the fights are being carried by the Kayn and the Mordekaiser.
Yes, so, but right now on the back of the pit, a bit of a hot spot there. This is going to be soul for the Stallions if they're able to get it, but I don't think the Spartans are going to let this one go too easy. See the Spartans making their way. They've shown their presence here, and Canada just waiting along the side, ready to go in. However, Stallions lining back up. Both teams here. The Ornhorn has come out, and they're going to look for Psychonautic. That Lulu ult is going to come down, save her for a couple seconds, but not for... Oh, she's still alive with the Zhonya's, but take a look at X. He's popping off that damage in the back. It's that Kayn also helping out. He will eventually drop Raven's Man, gonna get the kill there. However, Diana will drop a nice big shockwave waiting for her, as it's just the bot lane remaining, and it will be the Infernal secured by X's Twitch. A little bit of a dance here, but 3 members of the Spartans dropping, 2 members of the Stallions going to go, but they're the ones who pick up that Inferno Soul. This is going to be really scary for them to deal with.
This is kind of the point where Twitch is going to start coming into these fights, where, as we kind of just starting to say, it's like the fights are being carried by the Kayn Mordekaiser, but if they can make that transition smoothly into having that Twitch power spike and not having to rely on Kayn kind of frontline going in like kamikaze on like 1v9, then as much damage as he does put out, he's gonna end up just kind of running in just to die, whereas you can have that Twitch to kind of follow up and be like, hello, you're dead. So especially now with when you have Fire Soul added into it, you get a good Orianna ult into a loop ult off the Kayn, and then you have the Twitch to kind of just ult and just 1v9 at that point.
But Baron is back up. That scuttle quickly secured there by the Stallions, so they're doing quite well for vision. Rakan has quite an extensive vision score there, but here comes Mind0 again, looking for the Raven's Man, and that is going to be the flash to get on out. A little bit of a stopwatch action there to save himself. And the Shockwave not going to be able to find anybody. The Ornhorn is still there, but the Kayn ult is on the Raven's Man. The Featherstorm comes out, but he just blows her up before he can follow the feathers. Bertoga is low. So is XL. They're dropping left and right. Wayfinder Temple is in the back. However, Canatin was able to find X's Twitch. But it will be the double kill there. Oh, Wayfinder Temple. He's so low, and that will be the A. Second Baron going to be started up here as the Spartans drop again. Those death timers getting longer and longer into this game as we're getting close to that 30-minute mark.
Stallions can definitely look to end this game off this next Baron buff. But if not this Baron buff, you do also have Elder spawning just under 4 minutes. So if they can't end off Baron, they'll just get Elder. At that point, what do you do as a Spartan?
Go next.
Pretty much.
I think you gotta go next. It would have to be, you know, some really extremely defensive plays from them. Maybe finding a pick or two with that Diana, but, you know, Stallions are doing a really good job at keeping those squishier champions protected and in the back line. But, of course, Mind0 has just been all over the place and has been doing great of just picking off that Xayah before these fights even can break out.
Yeah. I do got a comment that the 0-16 power spike between the top and jungler is definitely paying off.
Oof.
They'll get where they need soon. They're almost there. I think they need to hit maybe 25 deaths between them, and then they'll be tanky enough.
That is not the most ideal situation there. But, and you see there how far ahead this Kayn really is. The Blast Cone will split him up, but just with that, XL is missing 3/4 of his health bar. And Kayn was just doing a little hello, a little drive-by.
It's like, forget about me.
Don't worry about me. I'm just saying hello. Well, it is Stallions pushing into the inhib towers with that Baron buff. They are gonna peel on off of this. Not quite feeling ready to fight. See what the oh no, XL's in a bit of trouble. There goes his health bar again, as he's gonna have to go reset. And you know, there's 4 levels separating these two junglers. It's hard to really be helping your team out when you're so far behind.
Like, maybe for those dragons, what they should have looked for is just going for a steal and only having to commit like 1, maybe 2 people to it. But at least 3 of the dragons, they committed their whole team to it, even though they were at a disadvantage, which is partially why I think Spartans got so far behind. It's because they would commit to team fights that they couldn't win, whereas they could have just sat there and been like, it's an Olaf, he can go in ult so he can't be CC'd, Q smite, and then flash over the wall to get out type thing.
I mean,
So
now we're seeing the Kane just straight up split push right now. And it will be Jarboat in a bit of trouble as the fight is breaking out. There is the massive shockwave pulling in 3 members as Lulu might be able to get out. The Zonya's coming down, but Twitch will drop. Hero 39 in the back is going to find that Ornn. Psychonautic trying to make it out of there as Exiles is going to pick up a kill. But take a look where Kane is. He's pushing into the Nexus turrets.
he's like, you know what? Y'all keep fighting. I'll just sit here. Y'all come for me. I'll kill you.
So Stallions do lose 3 members, but the inhib taken in that bot lane on the Spartans base.
And now you have Elder spawning in 30 seconds as well.
Yeah, and I think without a jungler, it's going to make it a lot harder to steal that one away.
Yeah, down for 40 seconds at this point. Won't be up for that Elder at all.
Kane has actually been such an asset. And, you know, we had our doubts at the beginning of the game, but definitely put our conditions for what they needed to do. And I think MindZero has checked all the boxes and plus some. He's checked some off the pages. This guy's going off the map here.
It's like, if you're going blue for him, you have to snowball early. And that's exactly what he did.
He extremely snowballed early and kept the snowball rolling. So this thing is just a massive, massive Kane coming at you. It's going to be really hard to find him. Especially the fact he's got a GA now too. So you have to kill him twice.
It's like, if you kill him, he'll just turn around all the second time, basically.
He does go back and get that Knight's Edge. So, you know, just to add to that, having the item that cancels out the first CC on him is it's going to be really, really hard to deal with. However, Kane is coming back. That is a massive Ornn Horn as Diana's jumping in, but a big shockwave will drag the Spartans on back. The Stallion's starting to go down a little bit low. Canatin is getting low, but Psychonautic picking that one up. Here comes MindZero on the Kane. He's finding the back line, looking for the Squishio members, getting through the wall back to safety, as it will be a 2-for-1 in favor of the Stallions. Elder is waiting around, but he's not done yet. Take a look as the Stallions keeping these last few members of the Spartans busy. Look where Hero 39 is. He's in the base. He's got both Nexus turrets, and they're not going to be able to get back in time. He's just going to finish this game.
Even if they did get back in time, he could literally just ult.
Oh my god. He's just going to win this one out. Stallions finding some more kills to pad those stats as Hero 39 goes ahead and finishes this game off for the Stallions.
I do gotta say, the Stallions were 1 kill short of being double the kills of the Spartans. So
wow,
they almost
no.
made it. They almost made double.
Almost made double. Hop on over here. That was a huge game here for the Stallions. They did great there, and honestly, a lot of this is gotta be, you know, that King. He got ahead. He did exactly what he needed to do. And just look at the damage he was pumping out this game as well. That is scary, scary stuff to deal with.
Xayah almost matched him, though. It was only 3K behind. So, pretty well played by them.
Yep. But, you know, that's where we saw MindZero's focus going, was onto the Xayah. In those big team fights, he just tunneled. He tunnel vision, and in this case, it was the right call for him, because getting that Xayah out of the fights, making sure the Featherstorm was down, and making sure she wasn't pumping in damage throughout those fights was exactly what they needed.
Yeah. Definitely going to be a lot of discussion on the Spartan side to figure out bans for game 2.
Kane. Ban Kane.
Yeah. I'm going to
call him now. I know one's going to be Kane and one's going to be Kassadin. It's the third one. Kane. We'll have to see.
Honestly, for round 1, they might stick. They might even do the Orianna if they were playing just based off results, because that Orianna definitely held her own, even when Diana was ahead. So,
yep, some massive shockwaves there for sure. But yeah, that was really, really well played by the Stallions that game. So with that game, that puts them at 7 and 8, I believe, and it puts the Spartans at 8 and 7. So another win here from the Stallions tonight ties them both up in that second place spot. But of course, we'll have to see how the other series are going as well. Okay. Well, we are going to take a short break, guys. But in the meantime, we got to figure out a player of the game. So the poll is going to be live. We will let you guys decide who deserves that player of the game. I know where my vote's going for this one, but we want to hear from you guys. So make sure to get those votes in. And when we get back, we'll announce our player of the game and then get into the draft for game number 2. So don't go anywhere because we're going to be right back with all that LAS action. All right, it looks like we are back and ready to go. Before we hop into this pick and ban, which might have jumped the gun a little bit early on. Our player of the game voted on by you guys there is going to be Mind0 on that Kane with a 16, 5, and 10 KDA. That is quite the spicy here, but we're not going to hang around here for too long as we hop on over to the actual pick and ban. So let's see what these guys have to say. Okay.
The insta ban of the Kane by the Spartans definitely matches what we were talking about before the break.
Yep, Kane is gone, and I'm sure. All right, so I think we're all good in my predictions. My third eye have seen the truth. Cassidy and Kane gone from the bench there. So
exactly as you predicted.
Yeah,
Stallion banning the exact same thing as before.
Oh my goodness, yes. But you know, Syndra is still on the board. Pratoga's Thresh still available as well. So lots of options still here. Not too sure what's. Oh yeah. Oh god, I gotta go. Oh no, the Darius slips his way through.
Just looking at our lobby, it is Dallas in the jungle, not XLs anymore.
Oh, so Dallas is joining his team now.
Has arrived. Dallas has arrived.
All right, well he's here and ready to go, and that's what I like to see. But they got they managed to pick up the Darius, and I'm honestly surprised that slipped its way through. So first pick there for Hero 39. Spartans are gonna need to find something to deal with that Darius, and I think the focus needs to be put up there, or else Hero 39, you know, we've seen what happens when he gets away with his Darius. It's really, really scary. And well, just going a little bit over that timer there, but it is the Varus coming through. Was a bit of a misclick there, so hopefully no more misclicks. Well, let's see. A nice poke champ there. You got the Varus, and I don't know if it'll be on hit or lethality Varus. We'll have to see what his runes are and what he decides to be building this game.
I mean, you're facing off against a very good and very skilled Darius, so I don't think lethality is necessarily the best option because he's just going to be able to run you down too far, whereas if you go on hit, go crit, maybe get a Storm Razor, it kind of keeps you alive against that Darius, being that Varus is very immobile.
Though, you know, it has been a week since the release of new Volibear, so we are going to get to see a little bit of that action on the Rift tonight from the Spartans. Okay. But another champion that makes its way through, that Echo. A couple of massive picks here for the Stallions, and I know they only have 2 champs picked, but this is a really good way to start the draft for them.
Yeah, I mean, assuming that Echo's for Mind0, like I have seen him on it, and if you think his Kane is good, his Echo is a good, I would say, a very close second.
Yeah, so, you know, has lots of ability to roam. And again, we saw his style. He's really good at those burst style champions, and Echo is one of them. It will be a Soraka picked up here for Jarboat, so that's nice to have a little bit of him.
I love to see a good Soraka. Now, I just hope they don't pull what the Phantoms did earlier on in the split, and they don't run Ignite on Soraka. That's a big no-no.
A big no-no. You know. And I think someone was mentioning, I think Mind0 is an Echo main. Yeah. Let me just double check this, but I think that is correct. So
I know back in the first split of LAS, he was a Kane one trick, and that was like the only thing everyone banned from him. But nowadays, like he definitely plays a lot of Echo.
Yeah. As been playing, I'm just taking a look. 58% win rate and rank. That's not too bad. It's definitely respectable. So he knows his champ very well, and that is gonna make him very dangerous this game.
Ban my Kane, I play Echo.
You can play my Echo, sure.
So, with the Shyvana picked up, it does look like it might be Volibear top.
That's okay.
That would be my guess.
I know when they first reworked the volley, he wasn't superb, but I think as of recent, they might have made a few buffs.
I think they buffed him last patch, I believe.
So he's definitely more of a threat now than he was a week or two ago. It'll be interesting to see.
There's the Orianna ban, just following that.
Look at us. We are making some great predictions.
It's not quite caster cursing it yet.
Not yet, no. And you know what? We both were putting our support in for the Stallions.
True.
Last game.
True.
And they pulled.
I mean, I think we kind of did a split between both of them. We kind of said like Stallions win team fighting, whereas Spartans can win the late game if they can look to get those tanky items. Stallions won their win conditions first.
Yep. Yes, they did. They got them first, and they pushed them way harder. So let's see what we're gonna have. We still need ADC over on the Stallions. Don't know if we're gonna see that Twitch come through again. Maybe switch it up. I mean, it wasn't bad last game. It wasn't anything that we saw last night, going 14-5, which is pretty crazy. But you know, he was still contributing to these fights and still doing a good job. It will be the Thresh though for Pratoga.
I was just about to say, I don't know why they chose to ban Taric over Thresh. Taric is good with Varus, but Pratoga on his Thresh could basically 1v2 the lane.
Thresh, I'm finding personally Thresh is a really fun pick as of now. And I'm wondering if he's going to run the Aftershock or go with the Guardian. I'll have to see what he decides to choose here.
Will be an interesting pick. Looks like Spartans are deciding to use their last pick advantage for their mid lane. So,
well, I mean, you can find something for that, but wait a minute, wait a hot second here.
It's Vigar APC. Vigar's in the bot lane.
That's gonna be X picking out the Vigar for the APC. And Talon over in the mid lane. So, okay. I see you, and you know this is gonna make it really hard for Pratoga to actually make those engages. As soon as that cage comes down, you don't want to be anywhere near there. You get silenced up by the Soraka, and all that damage that's coming out of Veigar that just scales, really infinitely scales throughout the game, is gonna be terrifying. But I like that. You know what? I really like the Corki pickup. We've been seeing a lot in pro play, and honestly, he does a lot of damn damage. That's you don't really expect from a little yodel friend sitting in his little honestly, ship. But yeah,
not like kind of glossing over Teemo, but all the yordles in their own regards really do deal a lot of damage, more than I feel a yordle should.
Yeah, I can.
You have Vigar, Corki, Tristana, Poppy.
Just a couple.
I'm pretty sure Nara's a yordle.
Yep.
Like the list goes on. They all can, in their own regards, basically solo their lanes.
I think the one we don't see very often is the Teemo come out, but yeah, you're right. The Yordles can be pretty nasty when it comes to dealing damage. However, I'll really squishy, and those Varus Qs are going to be extremely nasty coming into the Veigar and the Soraka. It's not going to be nice to deal with, so they are really going to have to work at dodging those skill shots in the bot lane.
Yeah. I mean, late game, depending on how oppressive Hero 39 is on his Darius, you can basically just set Darius in the mid lane with Soraka behind him, and there's not much you can do. Especially if you have a Talon kind of float around them, so if they do try to look for anything, Talon will just delete the Varus or the Corki, and then you can have the Viga take it the other one.
I'm curious how much time Wayfinder has put into this new volley. You know, he's only been out for what, 2 weeks? And
I'd say a week and a half, roughly.
Yeah, and he's going into Hero 39's Darius.
I mean, I see it. I suppose volley is strong. Kind of like when they reworked Wukong, where you don't need that much practice to do well. However, as we like, when you're going into someone who's a Darius main, you don't want to be like just doing well.
No, right? Like
it's either you win or you play to scale. You don't look to like just maybe make the cut.
Right, and he might be playing at exactly what's expected for a volley player of his skill level, right? And you know, that's not a bad thing. It's just that difference in knowing a champion in and out, and every little, you know, limit to what they can do, limit to their damage, limit to what damage they can take. That knowledge and that skill can really make a difference. And that's why, you know, you can take it back to when you're playing solo queue too, which is why a lot of people recommend, hey, just, you know, stick to a nice handful of champions, you know, stick to what you know, play what you know, don't worry about the counters too much, and don't worry about, you know, what the other team has. Just play what you're comfortable on and what you know, because that makes a difference.
Like, you might get countered one game, but if you're just trying to draft around being countered, then you'll never climb anywhere.
You know, there's been multiple games where I've played Nami going into a Blitzcrank. Some of them go exactly as you would think, where I just get absolutely just tossed. But you know, knowing that I have that skill on the Nami, right? Being able to dodge those hooks, as soon as that happens, like, okay, now I can start to set up. Now I can start to get things rolling in this lane. But you know, because again, if you were just to say average Nami player against average Blitzcrank, you would give it to the Blitzcrank almost every single time, because you know what kind of action goes on between those two. It's not pretty for the Nami.
Nami like requires essentially stepping up within arm's reach in order to pull off her CC combo.
Yeah.
So in a way, at least like when I play Soraka, you do play a similar way because you have such a low cooldown. So the Thresh, if they make use of it, they can punish the Soraka, especially early. However, late game, Soraka has a 2, maybe 3 second cooldown.
Oh.
So.
A little question mark pings coming out here, because it seems someone has left the champs like. Oh, it's Dallas.
Enough said.
Goodness me, Dallas, get it together, buddy. We got a game to play. Quick bans.
Oh no.
Yeah, so we're just gonna do some quick bans here. Just gonna get rid of whatever, as long as it's not what has been chosen to play. I think we're fine. But yeah. Dallas is back in the client now, and we look to be good to go. We're gonna give the players a little good luck as they get back into this. This should be a quick pick and ban here.
This is just a strategic way to allow us to discuss them more.
Exactly. Oh crap! We have to figure out what to talk about more. The internal thoughts of a caster.
This wasn't in the run sheet.
This wasn't on the script. What is this?
Yeah.
No, though, it's gonna be interesting to see how the bot lane goes. Like you said, Soraka's gonna need to step up to get that CC off and get that poke off. And Pratoga being on that Thresh, I don't think he's gonna allow that to happen. He's gonna be in the face of the Stallions. We see how aggressively he plays when he gets the Thresh. So gonna be really scary until Vigar has an item or two and can really be pumping out that damage. But at that point, it probably won't even be landing phase anymore.
But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. The if you place, I don't know how familiar Jarboat is with Soraka, but you can actually not glitch Soraka's Q hitbox, but I've noticed like whenever I play her, like it doesn't matter what skin I'm using, I can hit my Qs even though the circle for the animation looks like I'm missing it completely. If you hit them at max range at like right when they go to CS, you can kind of hit it as like a fadeaway, and like they can't really do anything about it.
I feel that pain way too much in my solo queue games. How did that hit me? Ah, the very edge of it just clipped me. That's wonderful. Excellent. Beautiful.
Yeah. But yeah, it's honestly, if I had to say anything other than the fact that Soraka's healing is really strong late game, that is probably one of the reasons, in my opinion, of why I got my Soraka in All Stars, was because although I'm pretty sure I was the lowest ranked player, my team decides to first pick the Soraka just because they liked how aggressive I could play on it comfortably, and even if I got punished, I had that barrier and that silence. I'm like, you hook me, my team kills you. So, I mean, with the Vigar, you kind of set up.
Oh, trades come through there. I was a little worried there. Echo ADC, APC.
I mean, I'd be fine seeing the Echo bot lane, but Vigar jungle is where I would be more concerned.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
It's not Earth.
No, we are getting into that spectator delay countdown. So, guys, poll is going to go live. Let us know who you think is going to win game number 2. Will it be the Stallions taking home a 2-0 victory in the series tonight? Or are the Spartans going to look to make the night 1-1? You know, Stallions get a win here. It ties them for second place there with the Spartans. That's a lot on the line here. So definitely, you know, fighting for those playoff spots is really, really awesome to see. Overcomer, who do you think is going to come away with the win here?
I mean, it's kind of a close call, but I'm still going to have to go Stallions. Putting aside their previous performance, you do have a really well late game scaling champion with the Vigar. You have Hero 39 on his main. You have Mind Zero on his Echo. You do have that Soraka, comfortable or not. She just infinitely scales healing and becomes to a point where Spartans are going to have to look to consider even taking out Soraka before a team fight happens. Otherwise, you're just not going to kill the Stallions in those fights. When those fights that you think are close or even, or you might be winning, look at their health bars again. They'll be full HP in a matter of 3 seconds.
Yeah, and especially, you know, paired with a Darius, like having a Darius that, why is his health bar not going down? Oh, it's going up even more. That's excellent.
It's like the more damage you put out, the higher his health seems to get.
No, wait a minute.
It's a little backwards there.
So, you know what? I put my stock in him before, and I'm going to do it again. Hero 39 on the Darius is extremely scary, and unless the Spartans are constantly sending people up there to take him down and make sure he doesn't get ahead, he's going to be a menace. And on top of that, you have Mind Zero playing his main, playing his Echo. It's going to be really, really tough to deal with that, but I'm putting my faith in the Stallions again for this game.
Yeah, Stallions definitely have a better late game comp, even mid game. With that, where like once Talon falls off, that's when your Vigar and Soraka pick up. So it's not, they have all their areas covered. Spartans in this game kind of have to rely on Corki and Shyvana doing well without Volibear falling behind, like the Ornn got behind last game. Bot lane, depending on Varus's build, can be the early game, but I feel like they're gonna look to use the Varus more for the late game, knowing that they can take out Soraka fast enough. If they catch out Vigar will be taken out fast enough with multiple people. So.
Oh, and thank you, Twitch chat, because I am apparently having brain lag every night this week. It is the Premier League. So those of you just joining, it is week 8 of the LAS Premier League. We're getting down to the wire here. Only a few weeks left of the summer split, but this will be game number 2 of the Spartans and Stallions Premier League. We're flipping sides here, so let's head on over to the Rift to see how game number 2 works out. And thank you, chat, for giving me the heads up on that one. So your votes are in. We are going to pause it at 5 seconds before we get into this game, but you guys have said Stallions, 71% of you have actually voted for them and saying they are going to find a win here. So let's see if you guys are right. Let's see if your casters are right as well, too, as we are hopping into this one very, very shortly. All right, just got to get to that 5-second mark here. Pause things up, and I am ready to go if you are, Overcomer.
I am ready.
All right, chat. I hope you're all ready, too. Hope all you beautiful people are enjoying the game tonight, but let's counter down 3, 2, 1, and game number 2 of the Premier Split. Gonna be the Stallions over on the blue side this game and Spartans on the reds. So let's see what these guys have. And I do, you know what, right off the bat, you got the Corky, one of my favorite skins, and I hope he does exactly what everyone's thinking right now.
Yeah.
Come on, Canopton, you got to give it to us. We're all watching here.
If only he could hear us.
Well, they are 3 minutes ahead, so maybe we'll see it as the game goes on. However,
maybe after you get to kill.
Maybe after it gets a kill. Shake the little corgi booty around.
A nice 3-man queue from the Soraka there.
Yeah, that was actually quite nice. So the Spartans spotted out. No early cheese going to be happening here, but take a look at what Mind Zero is doing. Getting a nice deep ward. That's going to give them lots of information at this early start of the game. And, you know, on a jungler like Mind Zero, knowing where the jungler is, like we saw last game, he really pushes those advantages and knows when to be harassing his enemy jungler.
Didn't seem like he made that many mistakes there.
No. So maybe 1 or 2 where he went in and got blown up a little too fast, but after that it was just really
I think he just had a little bit. Must have just had a little bit of brain lag there.
And
he's like, I go in. Oh wait, what do I do next? What's the next step after going in again?
Spam emotes, and mastery. That's it.
The more mastery you spam, the more they run away from you, right?
Yep, because they know how good you are and they get scared.
Yeah. We do see that first dragon's going to be an ocean dragon again, just like it was last game. So that is a good piece of information for both sides to note that it's not going to be an ocean soul this game. So.
Yep. We'll see. Maybe it will be another infernal. That would be fun to watch.
If Stallions get a fire soul, they just win because at that point Vigar can basically 1v3, at least 1v3, even if he goes behind or gets a little bit. If he goes even or gets a little bit behind with a fire soul, he'll 1v3.
Yeah.
So.
And, a nice double Q there from Ravensman. I do want to point out though that Shyvana was spotted out. Oh no, Dallas, do you have smite? Does not have smite available. He might die to this red buff. He's trying to kite so. Oh. No, I'm sorry we had to do you like that, Dallas. That is unfortunate to see. But knowing the enemy jungler is down, here comes Mind Zero looking to go in on Cannon, looking for that early first blood. The ignite is ticking down, but not gonna get that final echo stack there. Oh, coming so close.
Flash does get burned from Canopton, and that gives Talon flash advantage for next time they go to gank, because with Talon's bleed pass, he doesn't really need an ignite.
No.
If he gets those autos off, he's gonna bleed out. His bleed is gonna do more damage than ignite will in the early stages.
Oh yeah, put them both together, that's gonna be really scary. However, Dallas is spotted out. Mind Zero knows exactly where he's at. Gets the electrocute off, forces Dallas off. This is a really rough start to the jungle for him. As that red buff is going to be stolen. Dallas in a bit of trouble here. Underneath the tower, pulled by Hero 39. Oh, but look at the greed. First blood, make it 2. Oh my god. That was the most overgreed for first blood I have ever seen. Oh, rough go by the Stallions, as it will be the Spartans picking up first blood and a second kill there. Oh, yeah, chat, can we get a mega F in there? That is really unfortunate to see, guys.
Putting Spartans at a 1.5k gold lead at 5 minutes. Or just under 5 minutes.
Not what you want to see. After last game, how the Stallions were playing, that's really unfortunate. However, Dallas is here in the mid lane, looking for some poke, is going to be able to get a Dark Harvest Sack, but takes 2 turret shots in the meantime. Oh, nice little dodge down there by Jarbo. Gives the thumbs up over to Pratoga.
It's like you're close. You know, it's maybe a thousand hooks, you'll hit one of them.
It's yeah, it's looking all right, but I'm sure any other supports in chat can attest to part of the job as support is, you know, throwing a little bit of, not too much BM, but a little bit just to get in your in the enemy's head.
Isn't League of Legends all about how it's tilt your enemies before?
Don't tilt your teammates. Wait, no.
No. I was gonna say tilt your enemies before you and your teammates get tilted.
Yes. Honestly, the mind games is so underestimated. It's insane how much mental plays. But will be the Ocean Drake going on over to the Spartans. And Pratoga just hopping up there to get those thresholds, get a little bit of extra tankiness for himself.
So, interesting to see how Shyvana is definitely making use of the faster clear than Echo early on, especially. Pushing that advantage, even though Dallas died, unfortunately, to the red buff early on. But he's still keeping himself a camp ahead of Echo, and he got the dragon this early. Almost, he was about a minute off of getting it on spawn. So,
yeah, that's, you know, had a bit of a rough start there, but they punished the Stallions for that super over greed play there in the mid lane, and you know, Dallas is right back in this game. So yeah, he could have been really far behind if Mind Zero just played it a little safer. And you know, it's hard to let those kills just get away, but sometimes you got to do it. It's not worth, you know, getting dropped that early just to try and get first blood.
Yeah, I mean, it's also nice.
Oh my God. Ravens, man, taking a good chunk of damage there. And luckily enough, Mind Zero was not there in time to follow up on that.
And that's why you don't step up versus Vigar when you're a Varus.
No.
But
Talon is spotted out here. Pratoga, again, posing very aggressively as Dallas and Can of Tin are going to be making their way down throughout the blue side here for Dallas. And it's nice to see that rotation from his teammates to make sure he's not getting camped in his jungle.
Yeah. Definitely seeing a difference between XLs and Dallas jungling so far.
I'm curious though, a tier start for the Corki. I guess he goes Manamute now? Question mark?
I mean, he could be going Trinity. No, Trinity Force isn't going to it. What am I saying?
Yeah.
Going...
Look at top Hero 39. What was that Wayfinder? Oh my goodness, he solo kills.
Where was that game won?
Where was that game won? I'm just surprised that Volibear was able to pump out so much damage. Hero 39 again, not respecting what the Spartans are bringing to the table this game.
Yeah, I feel the Stallions are a little playing a little cocky right now, knowing how well they did last game. But Spartans are like, nah, we're too good of a team to just let you.
They're definitely not just going to roll over and let the Stallions walk away with another win here. You know, they are pushing those advantages and really punishing the misplays and the greed from the Stallions. That's a big part of why we see that 2K advantage here at not even 9 minutes.
Yeah. You do see the serrated Dirk on the Varus, so it does look like he's going to be focusing more on that lethality. Interesting that he's running. I mean, the new Ghost is strong, but their bot lane has no heal. So
Yeah, I guess he does have a refillable potion though, which is
it helps, I
a
suppose.
little bit
but
different there.
you come to late game though. Varus is immobile. You do have a Thresh to help in that scenario, but Ghost isn't always going to be better than having a heal if you're in a tight spot.
No, but he does have the Comet as well too, so that poke build that he is going for is going to hurt quite a bit. And he's doing a good job. Protogha looking for a hook over the wall, not going to be able to find it there. As it looks like Herald is actually being started up by the Spartans here.
You also taking note that Shyvana is running Dark Harvest, meaning there is a very high chance she's going AP Shyvana for that one. So
Monster stacks coming through for 039, but oh, a nice stun there from the Echo. Lock him down. Mine Zero is going to find himself a kill as a beautiful gank comes through in that mid lane. Whew. That was just so fast. The parallel convergence, I believe, dropped down and right in the perfect spot there.
Flash ease to secure it.
Yep, and you know what? He'll do it. It picks him up a kill. He's going to get, you know, at least a little bit of extra gold, but we do see that gold difference, I believe, is in the favor of Dallas by around 400. See the farm. He's up around 13 CS over the Echo.
Yeah. You add in the dragon that they already have as well. It makes it a lot harder.
Oh no, Mine Zero. Even with the parallel convergence, he will use the chrono break, but here comes X with the outplay button, locking down some members into the trap, but it will be Can of Tin coming on over. The heal comes through, but X will drop to Dallas, and it's Jarboat on the run, trying to heal on up. Psychonauta coming over the wall with the Talon, but take a look. Mine Zero still alive in this one, helping out the Stallions. Protogha looking for a hook. He is out of mana as Psychonautic still on the chase. Such a back and forth fight. Can of Tin saying, hey, back on off my support. I don't want you here.
That was a little bit questionable in his direction there on the Talon W. If he had aimed it more upwards and then he had his Q follow-up, he could have killed that Protogha there, I think.
But no, Psychonauta caught out with a nice big Thresh hook. Looking to find the damage. Can of Tin is chasing him down. One more auto should do it. Into the ult he goes, and he is gone. X will drop as well as Spartans going to push off the Stallions off of this Cloud Drake and going to pick it up for themselves. That's not ideal.
A little questionable on the overstay there. Soraka really died for no reason.
She might die again here. Jarbo caught out by Dallas.
Oh no.
And the chase, you know what? He doesn't even want to deal with him. He's like, you know what? Here's Soraka. I just want to get my CS ahead. And pushing that CS difference to 20 between junglers. It's so great. He starts off dying to the red buff, and now he is ahead in CS. Actually caught out by the cage and slowed down with the Super Soaker. Gonna lose a good chunk of his health, but I don't think they're done yet. Here comes Psychonautic. Gonna have to be careful. The flash goes in. The lantern brings him back to safety. And Dallas will survive for another day.
Just barely. I mean, if Talon got the ignite off, I think he might have been able to kill the Shyvana. It would have been close, but he would have had a high... His flash would have been more worth of going in if he had used that ignite.
Look at this. Raven's man caught out in the cage. Caught actually in the cage.
Oh, no.
And Vigor just presses R on him. And that is the show.
Honestly, I don't think he needed to.
No, I think it was just a flex. But up top, we got a battle of the tanks coming through. And oh, Psychonautic shows up. But Gear 39 is like, don't worry, I got this, buddy. Takes him out with the Dairy Salt. Yeah.
I have my ult now.
Dunks right on him. So Stallion's starting to show a little bit more life, kind of getting things under control now. As they're finding a few more kills for themselves. However, Herald is going to be spawned in the mid lane for Spartans. They got Jarboat maybe in a bit of trouble. Shelly getting a nice big dive there in mid, but they will not be able to find that tower. As Pratoga is in a bit of trouble. Goes golden. Not too sure about that one.
Definitely playing a little aggressive.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Dallas saying, no, this is my red buff. This is my jungle. Ult on back. The Echo ulti comes through as well too, but Dallas has got the help of Wayfinder as he follows up and picks off his enemy jungler on the Echo.
It's a little unfortunate.
It's so much back and forth. It's actually insane. Like, look at this. Canatin actually trying to bait this one in. Bears is going to get the slow there as Canatin still going. Oh, in with a beautiful Varus Q to clean that kill up.
That was a little unfortunate there from the Talon.
Oh my god, Spartans are just doing great in these fights, and their damage is getting really scary. That's not to say that the Stallions are not going to have that damage either, you know, with that Vigor scaling up. It's just doing a really, really good job here in this early game as we're starting to move into the mid. Going to start to see those builds starting to come through, and of course the damage that follows behind it.
So, the early executioners by Varus is nice, considering he is against Soraka. So, but we do see the Umbral Glaive, and can probably expect to see him go into, I would say, maybe a Duskblade next, or even a Ghostblade to help keep him alive. So,
yeah, and a lot of people underestimate how effective Grievous Wounds can really be. If you're playing into any healer, getting that Executioners right now, early on in the game, is just so crucial if you do not want to be getting out-healed by this enemy team. However, Ravensman in a bit of trouble, caught out by the Super Stoper and the Cades. That is going to be the kill going over to Vigor. Oof, not in the right place there. Caught out, and gonna need some more vision up in the jungle if he's gonna be walking around like that. However, I think Hero 39 might be the one in a bit of trouble, as the Herald was started, but Spartans shift their attention over to the Darius and force his flash out. They just go right back on Shelly. Gonna reset, so gonna have to start all over again.
I mean, what can Stallions do right at this point? Like,
they gotta get the Vigor scaled up. They really do, because you know how much damage you can do. That is going to be Psychonautic caught out. He's trying to jump over the walls, trying to get out of this one, but Wayfinder Temple is brought in, and a nice ult there to escape.
A little juke there.
Yeah. Nice little escape. It is the Mountain Drake started up here. Mine Zero is down, but here comes Raven Man. The Varus ulti drops down, and actually will root the Varus up as well too. Stallions in a bad position here for this fight, for this Dragon take, and in they come. Spartan's going to find themselves another one. The Echo ult is right in place. He's forced to flash on over the wall. Mine Zero gets out of that one, but they're going to lose another Dragon here. Oh, what are we doing? Let's get the scoreboard back up. Wonderful, there we are.
Yeah, it's definitely crucial at this point. Stallions, if they do want to win, they definitely can't give up Mountain Soul. A Volibear Thresh and Shyvana getting a Mountain Soul will already make them that much more unkillable, and then now add a Mountain Soul onto a Corki and Varus, as like, we're gonna get tanky without building tank items. Yep. Good luck killing us.
Now, you see Shelly coming through for the bot lane, so it will be another turret for the Spartans. Just going to go ahead and take this one. Don't think Shelly's getting a second charge, as the Stallions are starting to send some numbers down towards the bot lane. See, oh no, Dallas may be in a bit of trouble here. Varus is going to lock down Dallas in the cage, and that extra movement speed is coming through quite nice.
Nice little dance that he had inside there. I think if he got hit by at least one more ability, Bagger probably could have killed him.
Yeah, it was, smart there not to just keep running, and dodges out the Vigor W from coming down, and is able to just walk on out without any punishment.
So
Pratoga going fishing. He's looking for some hooks there.
I mean, if fishing was easy, it would be called catching.
Wait a minute. That is very true.
Probably 70% of fishing is just throwing it out there and not hitting anything. So
true, but it could be pretty fun, you know, the thrill of thinking what could be at that other end of the line. However, Psychonautic looking to go in. That will be Ravensman flashing on out to safety, but Pratoga is the one that also gets out, surprisingly. And let's see. As, Hero 39 has come down as well, too. And unfortunate, because I think Ravensman had a DC. That is not what you wanted to see.
Unlucky.
So a little bit of a DC there. It's probably going to be attributed to that death. You know, the one good thing the Spartans can take away.
I think he was dead either way, though.
Yeah, he was probably gone. The one good thing they could take from this is that Jarboat picked up the kill on Soraka. So that
Soraka with kills can be decent if you build for it, but
that's true. But you know, Hero 39, I wouldn't say he's super far behind, but to have that extra little bit of gold from the kill would have put him back fully into this game. Definitely not out of it.
He is ahead in CS, so he is about equal in gold from kills, because a kill is about 15 CS, and he is almost 15 CS up on his opponent, which gives him that extra kill gold approximately. So, but
let's see what they're gonna do with this extra bit. MineZero is gonna find Pratoga going in, getting the electrocute off, but ults on back as soon as he sees Wayfinder coming through from the top lane.
Like, I'm not messing with you.
Okay, I can deal with Thresh, but no bear, please. Thanks.
It's like, I'll deal with the 0-0 player. I won't deal with the 2-1 player.
Yeah, Pratoga, no deaths so far on the Thresh. Probably hoping to keep it that way.
Looking for that perfect KDA game, even if they lose. But
well, let's see. We just passed the 21-minute mark. The towers are even. The gold is only slightly up, 1.5k in favor of the Spartans. But they're one dragon away from getting that Mountain Soul, and with it being on the map in just over a minute, I'm sure we're going to see some action around the Dragon Pit very, very soon.
Interesting seeing the well, I'm just looking at the vision scores. You have the Korku with almost double the vision, when Talon, being an assassin, even if he's pushed in, he can still roam. Like, he doesn't need to push his wave to be roaming and getting that extra vision. So that's a little unfortunate to see from Talon.
MineZero's in some trouble as Siobhan is over there. Dallas is going to be caught in the cage. Bear's brought over the wall, but the Echo is going to find the kill there as MineZero takes down Dallas. And this is going to be really, really bad for the Spartans, because 25 seconds left on that death timer for Shyvana. And the Dragon's up in 20. They're not going to have that smite available. However, a big Bear's ult on the Psychonautic. They're looking to go in. The cage comes down. Psychonautic somehow makes it out. Bali flashing on in. A nice big heal from Soraka to help him out. But Pratoga is also going to flash out. Lots of summoners exchanged in that one. But no kills picked up from either side as the Dragon is now on the map.
Yeah, without smite, I don't think there's that much Spartans can do, so that's going to delay.
They might try. It does delay the soul, but Wayfinder is deep in this one, ulted by the Varus. That is just going to be it for him, as Hero 39 is trying to make his way out as well. The package for Corki is available.
This is definitely a big turn of events from what we saw first game.
Yeah, the gold lead only around, I want to say 800 gold. Around 800, 750. It's not that large of a lead here for the Spartans.
The difference is basically the two extra dragons they have.
At the extra dragons, they will be able to find this mid-inner tier turret as well, but they're not going to be getting too much off of this. It's just going to probably go and reset for us.
It's take a look at the vision they have though. They like Spartans might not have gotten that dragon, but they have the bot side of the map between river, even just in the river. They have 3 pink wards in the 3 bushes the closest to each other.
Yeah,
in bot side river.
Actually really good to see. However, Dallas caught out Psychonautic going in, but Viger will find the ult from way far back, and now the Baron call is coming through for the Stallions.
Yeah, I mean, Spartans not having smite, it is difficult for them to steal. Not impossible, because you have a Corki, you have a Var.
Yep, no package left available though. The cage is already down, so a little early on that one, as it's actually X caught out in the back. Ravensman there catching him out. Jarboat is getting low as well too, as the Baron has been stopped. Volibear coming out of nowhere, gonna find Jarboat as well too, and the double kill on Psychonautic. Spartans able to stop the Baron and find a few kills for themselves.
And looks like they're gonna take Baron now. Like, when you think you take Baron, no. We fight you and then we take Baron.
Yep, Spartans turning things around on the objectives. Really, really hard. I mean,
keeping an eye bot lane, you see the ping coming out. Stallions have to enter to that bot wave, pushing in on their bot tower. So they can't fully commit to this Baron, and it looks like they might just try to give it up.
Oh, I'm not too sure why X decided to go behind the pit there. You know, should be just staying in the pit, waiting to throw it on the cage if Dallas or anybody else decides to come over the wall.
I mean, Dallas was dead at the time, but I think what might have happened is they didn't have vision of that Varus. Maybe like that. I think they knew that he would be in mid lane because of the minions, but I don't think they saw him rotating up, so he walked up to kind of zone off the Thresh, and then Varus just walked up behind him and ulted. Is like, yep, bye-bye.
You can just see the vision difference there. That is the Stallions, and that is the Spartans. They have got wards all along the Baron side, while the Stallions didn't really have any. So yeah, paying a lot for not having that vision up.
Yeah, vision is definitely important. I was telling one of my friends, League of Legends is an information-based game. People like it looks like it's like skill-based or like team-based. No, it's all about having that information and being able to capitalize on the information you know.
Oh, but right now the Spartans looking to capitalize. The spooky ghosts are coming out. Gonna slow down these members a little bit, but the Baron buff minions are gonna be putting in some work here for this bot inner tier tower. Cage comes down as well too. Dallas throwing in some damage, takes a lot off the Viger as they continue their push here. They have one cannon minion. Oh my gosh, Dallas, please.
Here he goes again. Oh, just missing.
Looking for it. Psychonautic going to be taking a chunk of damage there too, using this Baron buff very, very well.
It's definitely showing off the AP Shyvana adding into the lethality Varus combo and how much damage they can provide from afar.
Yeah, really just popping the health bars there on the Stallions. They're doing quite well, but this game is not done yet. Spartans have now bumped up that lead to around 5K. So it's grown quite a bit, and that's definitely attributed to that Baron. However, Dragon's going to be spawning up soon, and this could be soul for the Spartans.
So it would be nice to see the Stallions steal this Dragon, but I don't know what they can do all in this fight here. If you taking a look at mid, you do have those minions pushing into mid lane.
Yep, I mean, Porky package being popped. This Dragon's getting low, and it will go over to the Spartans. Echo going to be dropping as well, as the Mountain Soul is now secured by the Spartans.
So
I don't know what you do as the Stallions at this point. I really don't.
Yeah, I don't think they can do anything. Spartans can look to end soon. They have that extra tankiness from Mountain Soul, and if they don't end off in these next 5 minutes. You do have Baron coming up in just under 3 minutes, and then you'll have 2 minutes after that for the Elder. So they could look to just go double objectives and just win the game off objectives that way.
That is definitely a solid plan. Mind0 come back up. A flash hook from Patoga. Not going to find its mark. But the push is still on. The cage comes down and Wayfinder is currently in it. But again, Spartan's not easing up on the gas pedal at all.
Yeah, it's definitely a bit of a steamroll right now.
Psychonautic maybe not in the best position here. He's on this backside. Where Raven's man going to take a good chunk out of him. Dallas going on in. Almost gets out of there, but a Soraka ulti is going to save his life. Take a look mid lane, though. A 039 caught by the death sentence. Portoga looking for it. The play goes backwards, but Volibear is on to -0. Here comes the rest of the Spartans. They're going to find Hero 39 in the back of that fight. Jarbo going over the wall, but here comes Dallas with the follow-up flash. The redemption is down. Going to save the Stallions for a little bit, and they do find the kill on Dallas, but it is a 2-for-1 in favor of the Spartans at the time. And Portoga, he's been fishing all day, but not any big catches. He's still helping out in those team fights.
I mean, I do like. You've got to comment on his threshold. Not dying in a game like this so far.
Don't curse it. This game's not done yet. At the 30-minute mark, is going to find the death sentence onto Psychonautic. Going in. The aftershock is popped. -0 trying to find something. It's a last stand here. A beautiful little Zanya's there. And the shutdown on to the Vigare. Going to be taking out Corky. Volibear going to be dropping as well. No, it's Portoga. Why did you have to say it, Overcomer? No!
I mean, in my defense, I suppose he did overstay. It wasn't just me calling. He had died yet. If you look at their team, like the team kind of started to back off. He threw a hook at a minion as his team was leaving instead of looking to fight. So a little bit of miscommunication led to his death. But that was just perfect timing from my part.
The cast stickers is too real. Are gonna be looking. X is sitting on, funnily enough, 420 ability power on that Vigare so far with 206 stacks. Might be seeing a Zhonya's come through for him. We're not gonna have the big spike from the Rabadons quite yet. So going to be hurting more and more, but at 30 minutes, I would think that AP would be a little bit quieter.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of at the point where was a little behind in what he built. If with Viger going for an hourglass and over like this early, it's effective because of the armor he gets. However, it does delay his AP scale. If he had gone into, say, a death cap for his third item, maybe just getting a Seeker's arm guard, and just letting that give him his bonus armor and AP, then he could go to a death cap early, be at that 600 roughly AP mark right now, maybe just over, and then completing his hourglass a little bit later, because he can put out that much more damage in fights and just make the gold back that he needs.
Well, see a little bit of a scuffle around the Baron pit here. It is back on the map. Spartans getting their vision out, but the Stallions are here and not going to let this one just go over for free. So definitely look for something. Portoga is going to find the hook onto -0. Is chunked down, but luckily enough, he's got his support there to help out. Dallas actually going to be going in, and the Echo ultimate to bring him back. The package comes over from Canna 10, chases onto -0. But again, Soraka healing up from quite some distance away. -0 is, just going to sidestep that Corky R and make it out of there alive. But the call for Baron is coming through for them Spartans again.
Just escaping. But at that point, when your jungler has to back like that, it's kind of a free Baron given over to the other team.
Now, there's not much that the Stallions are going to do, and a little risky right now to even be walking up like this. A big cage might help. They do find some damage on Varus, but that is the Vigor ulti actually down. And Exen getting a little bit of damage here. Dallas is coming through, and a big pop from them. Stallions are looking for it, but they're getting low. Talon will find himself a kill. Baron is getting low, down to 1,000 health, 64. Who got it? It will be the Spartans that picked that one up. The Spartans get the Baron. Mine Zero will drop, but not before taking Can of Tin with him. Ends up being a 2 for 2, but Baron is on over to the Spartans.
Even if Baron had made it to the Stallions, you have those supers pushing mid right now, and you do have Elder spawning in less than 10 seconds. So even if they hadn't got Baron, they could just go Elder here. And even with Baron, the Stallions would have to commit at least 2 people in base to ensure that their base doesn't get flooded with super minions.
Yeah, I mean, they got a Nexus turret down. Their jungler isn't up for another 10 seconds. And Spartans are already making their way down to the Elder Dragon. They've gone ahead and started this one up. Let's see if the Stallions can be here. Volibear still coming from base, and so is Corky. Let's see, it is chunking a little lower and lower. A nice hook there from Patoga, but not willing to take that one in.
And it starts to reset.
Oh my goodness.
Unfortunate.
See the TPs come through, but take a look at mid. They see the TP, and Can of Tin is just going to win this game for his team. Oh, no, Psychonautic is here. The Elder has been taken, but back in the mid lane, it is Can of Tin facing off against the Talon. It is going to find the kill, but it is the Spartans with that Elder buff. Oh, Darius coming through with the big dunk there. I don't know if he wants to fight that Volibear, but
did the inhib respawn?
The inhib respawn. That is so unfortunate.
He's this close to winning the game for his team, and then the game's like, nah, we're fighting a little bit longer.
I think they should be okay. Hero 39 has been pushed all the way back and is still being chased by Volibear. Inhibitor goes down. Oh, wow, Can of Tin almost bites it there too.
Ooh.
But Hero 39 will drop as well. Volibear doing quite a bit of damage here. And now the redemption is coming down. It's just the Nexus as the Elder buff is... Whoa! We're going to get a double kill there for Ravens Man. Last stand here for the Stallions. It's just Echo and Talon, but the focus is onto the Nexus. Patoga whacking away here, trying to find something. The Echo ulti brings him back, but this one is just done. Spartan's going to finish at the night 1-1.
Oh, that Elder buff. Definitely something you can't disrespect.
No, not at all. That's they were able to put in that work by the end of the game. That was insane. Oh my goodness. Let's go ahead and flip on over to the post game. Will be a victory here for the Spartans in game number 2, and let's go ahead and take a look at those damage graphs. Ravens Man really putting in a lot of work there by the end. He picked himself up quite a few kills.
Yeah, and those damage charts. Interesting to see that Shyvana didn't actually do that much damage, seeing how Shyvana was putting so much poke out in her dragon form. But so little unfortunate seeing the Shyvana's damage not being as high as it could have been. But that Varus damage being almost 10k higher than the Veigar is not something you want to mess with.
No, definitely not. So, guys, before we end our stream tonight, we will have the player of the game vote up for you guys. So let us know who you think deserves player of the game. The vote will be available right now. So make sure to log those votes in and let us know what you guys think and who deserves that player of the game. A lot of great stuff here from the Spartans in game number 2. Really, just across the board, they it really started from when the Stallions got punished there from the overgreed. And it was severe overgreed. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they thought that they did that well game 1, and the fact that they had that opportunity to attempt for a first blood tower dive. But I guess they just also weren't paying it. I guess they tunneled too hard and didn't see the Volibear also kind of walking in from top lane as well, following the Darius.
Yeah. Well,
But
we're seeing those votes come in, so we will see our player of the game very, very soon, guys. But honestly, well played by all the Spartans there. They did a great job. Yeah, no other words. And it was really just the Stallions getting punished and overplaying their hand. And the Stallions, you know what? That's what's going to happen when you're up against the Spartans. They are going to punish you and find your weaknesses, and they took advantage of every single one of them this game.
yeah. Double shout out to Dallas who died to red buff level 1 and then turned around and essentially it carried the mid game damage that his team needed so that the virus could scale and that the Volibear could scale for the late game kind of carries.
All right, so Canditon is asking in chat. So we've only got 4 options here for the poll, so I'm just tossing it in. But next time, buddy, we'll have you in there. But we only can take a small handful, unfortunately. But as I said, all the Spartans did a fantastic job in game number 2. All right, so let's see what you guys vote. It is just I think less than a minute there left on the vote, so get those votes in. We want to see it's lots of support here for the Volibear, which is great to see.
Show that support to the Riot's new reworks.
Yes, indeed. All right, let's see if we can get this all set up for you guys. I want to make sure it's looking good here. All right. Interesting. Well, I believe we have the votes. I'm just getting things ready on my end here. So we'll have that up for you in a second. Let's make sure we have the actual correct picture up and ready to go. It looks like Volibear's picture won't be there, but we'll have the player name there. Almost ready. We're getting there, guys. Don't you worry. lot of stuff going on behind the scenes here. All right. And it looks like the votes were overwhelmingly in support of Wayfinder Temple. So I am sorry we couldn't get the champion picture up for you there, but we're flipping it over right now for you, and it will be Wayfinder getting player of the game. Congratulations. Because there it is. Fortunately, we can't. I don't know why Volibear's picture wouldn't work. That's super weird. But congratulations, Wayfinder, and congratulations, Spartans. You guys did a hell of a job. Spartans finishing out 9-7 tonight, and Stallions 7-9, I believe. So interesting indeed.
Yeah.
Is that not it? Hold on. What did I do wrong, chat? Oh my goodness.
But it's that Volibear getting that solo kill on Darius early on in the game definitely showed Wayfinder Temple's kind of prowess as a top laner. Not necessarily having played the reworked volley that much, but having the just basic game knowledge of knowing he could win that fight against Darius early, maybe because of that level advantage he had, and you kind of just push his lead from the lane to keep Darius out of the game.
Yeah, no, he did fantastic there, and I honestly did not expect that kind of damage coming out of a Volibear. So it was really awesome to see like what this champion really has to offer with his rework and the extra buff. So I'm sure we're going to be seeing a lot more of volley come through in the following weeks.
Yes.
Well, guys, that is going to do it from us here tonight. Thank you again for all tuning in and watching and supporting the stream. It was awesome having you guys here again tonight and participating in chat. So, again, big thanks from us. Don't forget, next week, which week 9, going to be our second last week of the split, is starting next Monday. Monday night's Academy, Tuesday nights the Premier League, and it will be, I believe, the Spartans taking on the Sharks. We're going to be against that first place team. Let's see how the Spartans do next week, but I'm sure it's going to be nuts to see. I wonder how the Sharks did tonight, because last we saw they were on a 12-game winning streak.
Yeah, other than that, what was it, week 1 that they lost their 2 games?
They only lost week 1. That was it.
Haven't lost since.
We'll have to...
It's like we just haven't had the time to play together yet. We'll show you guys what we can do.
Oh yeah, no, they made it work. Once they found their synergy, they made it work very, very well. But yeah, that was a big win there for the Spartans, and really, really fun stuff to see. But that is going to do it from us here at the LAS Caster Desk. Thank you once again for tuning in tonight, and we will see you next week. Take care. Stay safe, stay healthy, and have a wonderful night, guys.